Recording in progress. All right, we will start. Thank you guys for letting me do this today. So Miracle Morning is what we're going to talk about today. And it's something that I hold dear to my heart. I've actually been doing this for a while, but I didn't actually know that it was a thing until I read. So there's a book, here it is, called Miracle Morning. I don't know if you can see it. It's from Hal Elrod. I read it, and after I read it, I was like blown away by it because it made so much more sense of everything that I had been doing and why. It basically talks a lot about where we want to be. We always want to be in a certain place, and a lot of times we're not there. We're not achieving our full potential, and it's because we're limiting ourselves and we're limiting by our perspectives. And a lot of it has to do with changing that. And you're not going to get there unless you work for that. You need to change the way that you live by doing some different actions, changing your perspective, changing your beliefs, thinking that you can do it and that you are great. A part of it has to do with just imagining that you already have it. And once you do that and you get into that routine, it happens, and it really does. And I'm going to go through a lot of this stuff with you, but I will say that I have done this in the past, and the things that I had that were like on vision boards and things like that, and that I visualized, they came true. Things that I never thought would ever come true, they came true. And so it may seem impossible when I go through some of these things to you that like it could come true, but it does. If you actually follow this and you do this, your life is going to change, and it really will. I'm not just saying that. So I actually wrote down a quote because I thought it was great. I wanted to read it to you. It says, "In order for you to stop settling for less than you deserve, you must first dedicate time each day to becoming the person you need to be, who is qualified and capable of consistently attracting, creating, and sustaining the levels of success that you want." That just like, right? That blew my mind. What you want, you need to imagine that you have that. A couple things that he brought up, he calls it lifesavers, right? Savers has different words attached to it. I don't know what you call that. So the S in savers is silence, right? So that could be meditation, gratitude, reflection, prayer. For me, so I'm going to go through each of these, but I'm going to also explain what I do. So for me, I do meditation, and I like to do that every day. When you start Miracle Morning, you should, there isn't a specific time you have to do it. It should be in the morning, Miracle Morning. But sometimes people do it in the afternoon. It all depends on your schedule. I like to do it first thing in the morning because it starts my day off right. But I will say that this part, the meditation for me, I do later in the day. I do everything in the morning except for the meditation. I do my meditation around like lunchtime because for me, I'll fall asleep. So that's just me. So I'm going to go through that. So for me, I do meditation. I also do gratitude. I have a gratitude journal. The one that I go through them all like really quickly. So I have a whole bunch of them that I buy. The one that I have right now prompts you like, what is a positive thought for the day? Name one positive thing about yourself. What did you do for self-care today? And I think that's important because, self-development, self-care, self-love, they're all tied into this, and they basically will make you to become the person that you want to be. So I think it's good to like put it down on paper, to think about it, to acknowledge it. It seems like it's hard in the beginning because, a lot of people have trouble writing positive things down about themselves, but it makes you kind of like, it makes you really appreciate the day that you're going to have. The A is for affirmations. So I meant to have this right in front of me, but I actually have this little notebook for me. And on it, on each page, I have something written. And what I do every day is I read every single one of these every single day. And when I read it like it's happened, it's true, right? So like, for example, I'll give you a few of them. The numbers on the scale do not define me. That's a big one for me because I have, anorexia and things like that. So, believing it, like I am creating a new and improved me. Things like that. You can go online and get some ideas too if you are unsure of what kind of affirmations you can write down. But I am proud of the person I have become. So things like that. And also in this notebook, I wrote down mantras. So there's only a few of them that I wrote, but I'll say them like 5 or 10 times. Like I am a warrior. I can overcome anything. So I say those type of things. Sounds silly. At least it did to me. I thought this sounded ridiculous, but this makes it makes you really develop yourself and love yourself like over time, even if you don't in the beginning. The V in Savers is visualization. So that can be, it can be many things, but it can be like one of two things, say. One, excuse me, my allergies are kicking my butt. It can be one of two things. It can be a visualization board. So in the past, this is what I was kind of saying is that before I had 3 visualization boards that I made, and people call them vision boards. And I had so much stuff on them, but I hung it up on my wall. Like you can do it with words, you can do it with pictures, take it out of a magazine, glue it to a poster board, like whatever, you can make it whatever you want. I hung it up on my board, on my wall in my bedroom. And every morning I would wake up, I would sit up and I had it on the wall right next to my bed. And I would look at that, and everything that was on that board, I would go through like piece by piece in my head. And I would say it like it happened. Like I already was living that, like that was the life that I was living, even though none of that had been a part of my life yet. I went through it every single morning. I did not allow myself to have my feet touch the floor until I read all 3 of those vision boards. Most people just have one, but I just had such big ambitions that I just made 3 of them. Another thing you can do is, I know Melissa May said this before in her thing, is that, you can go into your car, like if you have children and you don't get any silence, go in your car where it's silent and just visualize like your life, like what you want it to look like, but visualize it like it's your life right now. So for example, like I didn't do a vision board this time around. I just wrote my visions on a piece of paper. So instead of a vision board, I'm doing the visualization. So for me, for example, you can do like, so I close my eyes and I give myself a minute to like come down, my breathing, relax. And then I will just imagine my life. And it sounds so silly, but it, like, for example, one of them says, I am COC rank 6. So I close my eyes and I envision myself like in the Cadillac, picking up my team, because I have in here that I lead an incredible team. So like I envision myself in this Cadillac, picking up my team, doing a retreat or something like it's real. And by the time I'm done with this visualization, I feel like it's real. Like I feel like it's legit my life. And I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 of them, but I did kind of like a few different types of subjects. Like one of them says, all my debt is paid, because my fiance and I are saving for a house. So I envisioned this beautiful house that I live in with a dog and, 0 debt. And I just see that bank account in my head. It's very powerful. It's a very powerful thing. If you really, I feel like it's similar to meditating. You just have to kind of clear your mind enough that it's easier than meditating because you're still thinking about something. You don't have to have a silent mind, you're just envisioning that this is your life. E is exercise. Some of us don't want to do that. I hate exercise, but it's a big part of it. I actually bought, have them with me, but it's like a jump rope without the piece, right? So it's like the handles with like these balls, and I sit and I jump rope because I'm not coordinated enough to do an actual jump rope. So I do that. crunches, yoga, anything to kind of just get up and move. Even if you like get up and run up and down the stairs like 3 times, just getting your body in motion, that actually does a lot for you. Reading. So I read Miracle Morning twice because I liked it so much. A book that was recommended to me was Miracle Equation, which is the next one. I haven't started reading that yet, but what you should do with reading is either, depending on what your life is like, either read a chapter or read just a few pages. Keeping, just settling your mind and getting it into reading something positive. There's self-help books. There's a million of them. I've bought them all. And I'm gonna, I'll get into that, but I'm gonna kind of explain like a lot of the books that I've read and what they're about and like what I thought of them in the future. I don't want to spoil it. So reading. So just read whatever you feel like you can read. And I'm like gonna like choke. Ketones. Oh my God, my allergies. And the last thing is scribing for savers. That's journaling. I keep a journal close by. I journal every single day. So there's no wrong way to journal. You can journal about your day, like just like a recap of what you did for the day. You can journal about your emotions. If you're upset, if you're happy, things that went well, things that, you're pissed off about. I use it for everything. I have been angry and like just told off somebody in my journal. That's been a day. I write a day of like a recap of what I've done. You can do basically anything you want. The point is to get it out. So like whatever's in here, get it out, write it on paper. A lot of people find that therapeutic. There's a lot of things that we want to say that we shouldn't or don't, and putting it on paper, no one else is going to see it. You can put your deepest, darkest secrets, your deepest emotions in there. The last S is for scribing. So it's really important to do that, I think. So that is kind of like how I do it. And I do this every single morning. They say that the best things to do is to, one of the things that I did that helped me dramatically is putting my alarm clock across the room, because they say that snoozing your alarm clock does not set you up for a good day. What you want to do, there's so many benefits from doing this. You get energy, focus, a lot of the actual benefits that you get from ketones, actually. You can lose weight, your health will increase, get better. But you'll start your day off right and you'll have a good day. Like you're setting yourself up for success is basically how it is. Beside the alarm clock, setting intentions before bed. So like going to bed and saying like, I'm not going to hit snooze tomorrow. Or like, if you're one person that hits snooze like 16 times, saying, I'm just going to hit snooze twice, like gradually. You don't have to do like a life-changing event. Just doing something before bed, like just drinking a glass of water or brushing your teeth or, I find all of those things before you go to bed, it like helps set your morning up. So that's basically like you want to do something what you want to do is think about what you want to incorporate into your life, right? And what you're not doing. So if you're not journaling, but you're like, I really want to journal, but I just don't have the time. Okay, well, that's how we're going to do it. You're not going to like change unless you make that change. Don't say, I'll do it tomorrow, do it today. It's not impossible. There's nothing that's impossible. And like I said, I have seen this firsthand happen and I've seen these changes occur. And for me, like now the second time around doing this, I'm super excited about it because I know that it works and I know that it improves my life. And if you're putting out the positivity, you're going to get the positivity back. If you're negative, which is fine, you can have the negative point of view, but you're going to get negativity back. So you want to kind of change your perspective. And, for example, like if something bad is happening in your life, instead of, I don't want to sound insensitive, but instead of playing the pity card or like, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening? Life sucks. Just be like, what is this trying to show me? What is this teaching me in my life? Everything that we go through is making us who we are and who we're going to be. You can't live in the past. You can't look back and regret things and have emotions that cause negativity from things that happened in the past. You can't be afraid of the future. You have to stay in the present day and only focus on when you wake up in the morning, what a great day you're going to have, incorporating all these things into it, and then having a good day. And you'll see, like, once you start to do this and you start incorporating the positivity into your life, you will have good days. I don't have a lot of negativity in my life when I'm practicing these. When I fall off of it, so between the first time I did it and now, in that space between, I wasn't doing this stuff. And I felt myself getting back into the negative, just like the negative mindset. And it's just not healthy. And it, you know, your mindset, your mood, it incorporates your life, like your health, it all ties into it. It's all like in the same thing. So, you know, just thinking about changing your perspective on things, changing the way that you think of things and believe things, understanding that what's happening to you right now is what's supposed to happen to you. And it's going to set you up for something big. And you're going to become just this amazing, greater person than you already are. So that is kind of my spiel on the book that I read, plus my stuff. What I'm going to do is, you know, I had this idea. I set up this group for Miracle Morning. I'm starting it, I believe it's after either Reboot or KLP, but it's going to start on the 22nd. And the point of it is for have you guys to do a challenge, kind of like the PFB. Everyone that you have to do it every day, but everyone that completes it will get a certificate. I'm going to make a certificate for everyone that completes it, but also kind of go into a drawing. I'm going to have 3 sets of gifts for people. So the 3 people that, you know, get picked out of probably like the Wheel of Names or whatever it is, will get a gift from me for participating, because I really want you guys to do this. I want you to try to incorporate it into your life. And from the 22nd to the 31st isn't a long time. It's like, I think, a week and a half. So if you can do it every single day, you know, you're going to get your body into that routine, and you're going to, hopefully by that time, if you do it every day, you're going to wake up and you're going to start seeing positive changes in your life. Some people like say that after like a day or 2, they start seeing these positive changes. Because I've done it before, mine happened instantly, but that I kind of want to encourage you guys to do this. That's why I'm, you know, I want to reward you with a nice little presents from me. Miracle Morning related. So just to kind of like explain that to you a little more. So if you, I'll send you guys the link of the group and you guys can join. And you can also, I'm going to have it open up to, if you have somebody that isn't going to be in this challenge, like invite them as well, because what I'm going to do every day for all of those days that we're doing the challenge, I'm going to do posts, but I'm also going to go live and demonstrate or explain or like some type of a topic every day. Like one day I'll do affirmations, one day we'll do gratitude. Every day will be a different subject. So it can be for other people as well. Your customers, your friends, your family, whatever. And I think it will help other people. Like I'm very passionate about this. And I really think that as many people do this, their lives are just going to get better. So that's why I decided to open it up to other people as well. But the challenge is for you guys. So, I'm going to have, it's very similar to PFB. It's going to have a, like the pictures with the dates on it. And you're just going to say that you did your Miracle Morning. So I can make sure that, that you're doing it every day. And then at the end, I'll make sure everyone's done it and then put your name in. But I tried to find some really good posts to put in there. I tried to find some good ideas for some lives. So, because I wasn't intending to have other people join this. And then I said, why not? Let's just put this as much positivity out there as possible. So that is going to, again, start on the 22nd. I will remind you, but I'll send you the link after this. So that way you guys can join it and then invite your groups and stuff and your team. I think that is all I was going to say. Does anyone have any questions about how this works? Or one of the things I really want you to do today is think about what you want to incorporate in your miracle morning, like out of the savers. And I can actually write in the chat after too, like what they remind you what they stand for. So that way you'll kind of remember what to put for each. But it's not a bad idea while this is fresh in your mind to, write down pen and paper after this, exactly what you want your miracle morning to look like. It's all on you. It's all what you want. It can be a 5-minute thing, 5 minutes of meditation, 5 minutes of gratitude, or some people they do miracle morning for an entire hour, or they do it for 2 hours. I was kind of blown away when I was on that retreat. I woke up one day and I think I saw Trish and I'm like, what is she doing? She was just like sitting by a waterfall. And that's how I learned about miracle morning. And as soon as I found out like the details about that, I was just like, this is exactly what I need. And ever since the retreat, I've been doing it. And guys, my positivity is like, I don't know if you can tell from like the lives that I do. I have a very monotone voice. So for me, like I was very like this. And now I think that like my lives are more upbeat, like they're more, because I feel like I'm putting that out and I feel like I'm getting it back and I feel happy. And I feel like I'm not worried. I'm not stressed out. And these are all benefits that come from miracle morning. So yeah, that's all I had for this. I will send you guys more details in writing so that way you guys can write your own. But I really think you should do it today while it's fresh in your mind. Come up with some ideas. And then when it comes time to do the challenge, I'll remind you guys so that way you can get your list back out and then start figuring out how you're going to do it every day. You don't have to buy a little notebook to write your affirmations in. You can just write it on a piece of paper, you come up with your own ideas of what's easiest for you. I know a lot of you have crazy lives. You have lots of children, if it's telling your husband, wife, or whatever, like, I'm going to go sit in the car for 5 minutes every morning and just visualize and have silence, then do that. If you can only spend 5 minutes on it. The point is to get into the activity to do it and get yourself into that mindset and get yourself into starting to live that positive life. And even if you're already a positive person, you can become more positive and you can get to that level of life that you want to be at. It is possible. So that's it, ladies.
Erin,
Jenna,
that was
Alex.
Great. Thank you. We love that. I did want to just say really quick, guys, don't miss the mark of being able to tell your groups about this, because we do so much more than like, here's keto recipes and here's ketones and here's a workout video and here's what I eat in my daily life. We're now going to start focusing and honing in on mindset things and how to make your life better. So like when people are in your group, and I get this a lot from people, they're like, I just really like your group because of this, 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 and this. And other groups that I'm in aren't this. Well, the other groups that you're in have 200,000 people. That's why they can't personalize with you. They can't connect with you. They can't possibly be having conversations with you. But I don't say that to them, but I'm just meaning, so this is going to be another level of, wow, your group is bringing this to the table, right? Your group is doing this. And we're going to be in there and we're going to be participating and stuff. And Erin's going to be running the group, but it's going to be beneficial for your customers for life-changing things. And they're going to know like, hey, Allie put me in this group, or Megan put me in this group. I love her. And it also gives you topics to be having conversations about. So it makes it even easier because they don't have to purchase anything. They don't need a 10-day pack to get in the group. So you're like, hey girl, were you able to do your morning meditation today? Check out this book that I did for morning meditation. It gives you grounds to start having conversations. For those of you that struggle with having conversations, this is going to open that door as well. Even while you're getting better, even while you're growing, even while your mindset's changing, you can still be helping other people. You know, there is no be all end all and it's over and we have graduated and now we're done. Like we're going to keep growing in this process. So this just gives us something else to be able to grow with. It gives us something else to be able to connect with people, because then you can make an event in your thing. We're doing a miracle morning, no purchase necessary. Well, people are like, what's that? Now they're asking questions, right? Well, part of my morning thing that I do with my meditation is I'm taking my ketones, so I could throw that in a conversation with them. So it just gives you guys other things. Oh, you don't exercise? Girl, maybe get a pack of Unleashed or something, and it'll help you get the energy you need to start exercising. You need to throw that in your miracle morning. Little things, guys, little things to start helping.
Well, that too, but it'll also help create or generate some content for your group. So if you notice that some of your people who are in there are struggling with certain topics, we're doing these things anyway. You know what I mean? We're doing these things, bettering ourselves. A lot of the training that Prove It is going to have for us incorporates all of these things. So it'll give you like, okay, somebody's having or wants more information on meditation. Maybe you don't know, but Pinterest has all these different lists on the benefits of meditation, how to incorporate more meditation, how to start to meditate, things like that. So those are different things that you can gear your group towards. And not just that, but it's going to help you boost in that content area too.
You guys know we always, first of all, everybody show love to Erin for running Powerhouse today. She killed it.
Thanks, Erin.
Do you guys have questions? What questions do you guys have? It doesn't have to just be about this. Just, you know, we always leave it open for any questions, anything you guys need, whatever, just tell us.
Hey, I need to know what would be a good journal for like the Miracle Morning or whatever, because there's a million of them out there. So what would be a good one? Anybody have one that they use? Erin, somebody?
You can use anything. Like mine right now it's just a book with blank pages in it. That's all. I mean,
okay.
The gratitude one you can get has lots of prompts and things like that. The journal is more of just writing it down on a piece of paper. It can just be like a spiral notebook, you know?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so I have a lot of these. Amazon is a great place to look. If you guys have a Five Below near you, it's a great place to look too. This one's called You Goal Girl. This one has different goals, things like that, but it also has pages for affirmations in the very beginning, but just a regular notebook even. I think when I first did the Miracle Morning last year with Melissa May, we had a workbook, but then I also just used like my plain old 5-star notebook and it worked out just the same. I still have it for reflection to see like how far I've come in this past year too. Does anybody else have any questions?
I was going to say same thing, Five Below. And then we have Ollie's. I have a ton of them books and I give them to people all the time. So you don't have to spend like $1,000 million either. You can get them for like $5.
I love Ollie's. So when we did Christmas, when we did the 12 days of Christmas giveaways, I went to Ollie's and picked up a bunch of journals like that because they come in a bundle for like $4. They come with a pen. So you can definitely find them out everywhere. Okay, so
nobody's never been there.
What was that?
I have an Ollie's and I've never been there. I never ever walked in the door.
Oh, you should, girl. They have amazing deals on books too. So they have different sections: self-help, self-development. They even have novels, all that good stuff. But when it comes to this, a lot of my books actually came from there. I think that's funny. But they also have like meditation books, things like that, and then the whole section on journals.
Yeah. If you go on Amazon and just like query self-help gratitude or like self-help journaling, like it will come up with like, if you don't have one of those stores near you, it comes up. I literally bought every single one that was on there for a while. I could pull out my bookshelf, but it's the entire bookshelf is self-help books. And it has the prompted journals and it has books like just to keep you motivated and like those positive books you want to read for Miracle Morning. So if you don't have a store near you like that, just like Google and Amazon, like gratitude self-help books or something, and it will show you journals and books to read.
Okay, thank you.
Jenna, did you, the Miracle Morning group that you guys have up and running right now ends before Aaron starts, right? Okay. Somebody asked me for like, they were confused, and I said, yours is going to end before
Yeah.
Aaron starts. That's the point.
That's why I gave the date of the 22nd, because ours ends next Sunday. Like, that's my final closeout. It actually ends on Saturday, but the final closeout is Sunday, and then we go straight into reboot. And then that way it's not like, oh my gosh, all these different groups, you know what I mean? So no, they
Well,
don't
it is like, oh my gosh, all these.
I think some people are going to think that, but
in a
right
good
now,
way. It's in a good way.
The main thing is to keep the excitement high. So we've been kind of spacing them out few and far between, but people are constantly asking about challenges. They're constantly asking about, you know, like, when's your next challenge? When are we going to do this next? When are we going to do that next? And I have noticed, because I've been around for a little bit, I have noticed since we started doing more engagement between all of us, and our team is really, really showing up in a big way, my customers are freaking excited. So they were like, heck yeah, I'm going to join another challenge. They don't care if it's another group. They want to be part of it. And then, of course, that opens the door for more promoter opportunities, because people see how well we work as a team, how excited we are as a team, and how much our lives are changing just by all of the stories that we get to share on all of those different groups. They're hearing from every single one of us. I think it's amazing that Trish created the Google Docs to like put it all, have a schedule, have different people, so it's more organized. But you know, people are really excited about it, including our team. I can feel the energy. I can feel everybody all hyped up, and that's definitely something we were missing for a little bit. So it's really nice to see, because it's summer, you know, everybody's on break, or kids are out, or, you know, it's busy, or vacations and trips. And so it's just a way for us to really tie together and stay like close to the fire, you know. Does anybody else have any more questions?
And guys, while we're like, you know, talking or whatever, feel free to drop in the chat a topic that you want to see on the Morning Powerhouse thing. And it could be whatever, but anything that you feel like is an area that you need help to grow, or that you just are struggling in, or whatever, because we do these for you guys, for the team. This is like, hey, what do you guys need from us? This Miracle Morning thing is going to be cool. And we wanted to bring it up because we want you guys to start doing it. So by the time the group is open, right, and you have your people in there, that you're already pretty familiar with it and you're in a routine. Because like Jenna had touched on too, the more that you're showing up, the more that your customers are also excited. So it's hard for them to get excited when they're like, I don't even know this girl. So who is she that runs like all of the things or whatever? So that's why we try to show up. And as a team, we do all try to fit in different areas to help the whole team. So that's why we wanted to do that. But anything that you guys are like, hey, I need help in this area, drop it in the group chat, and do it on any of these, any morning that we're on. We're going to try to start doing a night one too, but anytime that we're on, just drop. If you're like, hey, can we do one on this topic? We'll write it down and we'll make sure that we get to it. So if we don't do it that day, it might be on the next one, or if we already have one planned, but we'll make sure we get to it, because we're doing this so that you guys can grow as well. Like, that's the whole point. And these are personalized to be more one-on-one. Like, it's literally just my team and Jenna's team, and that's it. So that you guys feel comfortable, because it's very intimidating to jump on a power hour and there's 48 people to ask questions and stuff. And we know it's intimidating. We know it's uncomfortable. So we don't want that. So that's why we're doing this. It's for you guys to ask questions. They're very, like nonchalant. They're very like non-formal. You can unmute at any time and be like, what are you talking about? What does that mean? I don't understand. We don't care. So like, that's why we're doing it though. So I just want to make sure that you guys know, that's what we're doing. So anything that you guys are like, anything you guys need help with, I know that we've already discussed, we're going to do, getting new volume. We're going to do, talking to and asking and closing out promoters. we're gonna do, trying to think, Jenna.
Community, making the connection with people.
Oh, yes. Yep. Is that on Tuesday?
Yes.
I feel like it is. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So this is another opportunity, because I do see more of you guys on today. If you guys have a topic that maybe is working out for you, feel free to step up too and run the meeting. I know it seems a little intimidating, but when you're ready, no pressure, nothing like that. But if you guys have found something that just really works for you, just remember, we're a team, we're a family. This is our like safe spot, how Ali was saying. We want everybody to feel comfortable and confident within this team too. So I'm going to go over a couple of things. Topics was on my list, so that's perfect. And what I'm going to do is shoot out like like just a little list of cliff notes of what we talk about. So that way, if anybody has questions, anybody missed a meeting, things like that, we can kind of double back and talk about like, okay, this is what was what we were talking about. KLP is closing out today. So Trish already went live this morning with her keto cream chat, and then she also talked about the promoter opportunity. So if you guys see anybody hopping on the live, if you guys see anybody commenting and they're your people, make sure that you're doing that follow-up, make sure you're getting in there. Later on this afternoon, when I get back from church, I'm going to go in and I'm going to talk about basically like an overview of the whole KLP and do like a little closeout live. And then later tonight, Allie's going to do the giveaway lives. So that is what we have on the agenda today for the KLP. Don't forget, let's keep the energy high, keep the engagement high. Let's post what we're drinking, what we're, you know what I mean, things like that. So another thing too, you guys may have already noticed that Blueberry Muffin is buy two, get two free. We really want to play up on that. So if anybody's having Blueberry Muffin for lunch, make sure you post it in the KLP or across the board, honestly. Make sure you post it in some of the groups and stuff today. So that way we can kind of all chime in and whatnot. I think that would be a cute idea for us. And then we got topics on there, and then mindset. I think too, that's definitely going to be a topic that we can talk about. I would save it for after the miracle morning, because Erin is going to touch on so many different things. And she gave like a quick overview today, but guys, if you guys haven't done this, it is life-changing. Okay. It is going to be something that shifts your whole entire morning, your whole entire routine, and your whole entire life. And I truly mean that, because once you start incorporating all these different steps, it's going to be powerful for you to go out there and give that message to your group, have more content and things like that coming up too. And then don't forget, the reboot starts next Sunday. So we're going to amp it up. We're going to talk about it. If you guys have I'm going to share this pro tip. So what I do, and you'll see in the back here, is I actually have everything that goes into a reboot. So I have Signal OS AM and PM. I have all of the different broths. I have all the different pros. And then, of course, we have ketones, Mitoplex, things like that. If you have anybody who missed the reboot, it is a good idea to keep those in stock, because I can just ship those out and, hey, you can still join it. Mail takes a little bit. But if you have anybody local, those are good ideas, just so that you know for the future. You can still charge the same thing. You can still charge shipping. You can still, you know what I mean? And they just want to grab it because they missed it when it was on sale. Make sure we're talking up the reboot. Make sure we're adding our people to the group who are not added already. We have quite a few people in there. And then again, engagement. We need help just kind of keeping that energy high. I got some posts coming up today, and I know that we have some lives going in and stuff too, different places. And then the next challenge starts on the 19th. So it's actually next Monday. Perfect timing, because a lot of us are going to be doing the reboot during that time. So we can actually play up on that, talk about that a lot. And right now is the time you want to hustle and bustle to get those challenge packs sold. So if you guys haven't curated some type of post or done some type of live on the 10-day challenge, you guys want to incorporate that within the next couple of days. So that way they have time to receive their kit in the mail. So that way we can add them in for that following Monday to start the challenge. Okay. The 10-day challenge that's currently running ends on Wednesday, I believe. So we'll have like a couple of days of like, okay, get back in it, you know? And then I think, Allie, you wanted to go over that reboot. Did you want to go over the reboot and challenge voting thing?
So this is gonna be so fun. Hold on, can we share the picture, Jenna?
Yeah, I
Okay.
shared it to you, so share it to your chat real quick, and
All
then
right, hold
I
on.
share it to mine.
Wait, I have to, oh, I think, yeah, let me share it to my chat. So what we're gonna do, guys, is, hold on, let me get it, and then you guys can all go look at it because it's really cool.
That's hilarious.
So Beth and Mikey, and if you don't know them, it's totally fine because it doesn't even matter. But they were like going back and forth on a post about let's do this together. Let's lose X amount of weight. We both fell off and blah blah blah. So I said, let's create like a boxing match challenge. Like, and people can vote if they think you're gonna burn more fat or if they think she's gonna burn more fat. But we'll get it like real hyped up because people just like contest and people just are like, oh wow, like, so they're voting on something, so they want to see who wins, right? So it's like you need to grab a challenge pack and be in the group so that you can see the final results. So we're kind of gonna market it like that. And what it is just them two are just gonna do the 10-day challenge and a reboot, and they're gonna do final weigh-ins and stuff, and they're gonna just kind of track it, and we're gonna kind of be involved, but we're gonna post these flyers. I mean, we can post things like, you know, Jenna, like halfway through, we could be like, you know, round 1 was taken by Mikey or it was taken by Beth, like to keep it entertaining. So we'll do that the whole time, and then the reboot will be like the be all and say all end of it. So although, Jenna, I'm thinking that it's not going to work out properly because the reboot time is the same time as the challenge group. So they might have to do the reboot and then the 10-day, which is still fine.
That's why I was asking, like, okay, which order is it going to go in? Because I wasn't sure.
I feel like
Unless
because of the
they're
dates
doing
of the
the
challenge
10-day
group.
challenge now. Are they
What?
doing the 10-day challenge now?
Well, they are, but I don't know if Mikey is.
Okay.
I believe that he is, but I don't know for sure.
I say we have this week to kind of promote this, and then they just go straight from the reboot into the challenge, because I mean, the challenge is the same thing. You're still drinking the 2 packs a day.
I agree.
So yeah, so they can go back to back. Another thing too, I'm a little extra, right? You guys will learn this, but this is like my jam when it comes to things like this. So I think it would be really cute if they made like some type of video of them, like, you know, the kind of before throwing some punches, no sound. We can put like the Rocky music in the background, but
yeah, I'll have them do it.
They can share their promoter story. This will give an opportunity. This is what ketones did for me, and this is why I continue, kind of thing. And we can clip it together and make like little videos introducing the contestants.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so yeah. I don't know. I think that would be cute. It's something simple. You know what I mean? Something
we can have them do that. And it's so weird, guys, but that's what they were doing. And I was like, hey, let's just turn this into like a challenge. Can you guys send me a picture of you like boxing, like you're going to box each other for a flyer? And so, like I said, it doesn't matter if you don't personally know them. Who cares? You could throw the flyer up in your group and be like, you don't want to miss this event. It's going to be so fun. It's going to, you know, we're taking bets, we're taking votes, whatever. Like, we can do prizes for whoever voted for the winning team. I mean, we can do whatever we want, but it's just something that gets people like excited again. Little things.
I think it would be fun. Okay, so I had a sideline for the March Cup in Keto Evolution. I had a sideline actually do this with her people. So they picked a person and they partnered up, and then they competed against each other to do the reboot and who lost the most inches, who lost the most fat. I think something like that would be fun for the following month too.
So,
like,
and
remember last month's
like,
event?
Yeah. Like, once we market it, we could even start saying towards the end, who's going to be the next contestants? I mean, are you game or are you scared? Like, what's going on here? And then that also keeps people engaged, where they're like, well, shoot, I'm doing it next time too, because I want to be a part of that. I want to do that. So I think that that's a really good idea. That just leads us into bigger, it leads us into bigger ideas.
Yes, and then it'll help them bring a friend into the community too. So if you have somebody you want to compete against, bring your friend in, both purchase the reboot kit, both purchase the challenge kit and boom, let's make it happen.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. So I think that, guys, and we're always trying to do stuff to make the customers feel appreciated, important, and feel a part of, right? We're coaching and we're leading, but we also want them to feel a part of, so that we're not just always talking at them. Like we're incorporating them. We're working with you. We're doing it with you. We're doing the 10-day challenge with you. We're doing the reboot alongside you. So that's what we want to make sure that we keep doing. And by giving them fun little things to make it fun while doing it makes it even better.
Yeah, being a product of the product is something main. I mean, there are people who can't complete the reboot for health reasons, but still talking about it, still marketing it is just as important. And then you kind of have us to show off, those who are able to do the reboot every month. So don't feel like you can't talk about something if there's a specific product that you personally can't use either. I was going to drop that in there because I know there's a couple people on our team that can't do the reboot.
I couldn't do it when I was pregnant, and I still advertised it, talked about it. And I would say, obviously, I'm not going to be able to do the reboot with you guys. However, these people are going to be doing it, and there's still going to be an event, and you guys are still going to be a part of it, and I'll still check in with y'all, but I'll be eating. I'll just be eating because I have the baby. He's hungry.
All right. So is there
anyone have anything? Yeah. Anything else?
I just want to say, I found this. I was cleaning my counter off and I found a little notebook for the Miracle Morning.
Sweet.
Yay.
It was like it was meant for you to do it, girl.
See? Yep.
The universe has a line in your favor today, boo. I'm gonna need you to get down.
I was cleaning. I was like, amen to that.
All right, guys. So
I'm
if
so
nobody
happy
has
about that.
anything else, then I guess that completes this morning.
On Tuesday, we'll be on at 8.
Ooh, Manifest Sunday. We're going to go around real quick and we're going to say something. Erin touched on this, something that we are going to put in belief. Okay. So Allie, you want to kick us off?
Yeah, I am going to, let's see here. What's the date today?
It is 11th.
And when's the next 10-day challenge start?
On the 18th.
Okay,
Or 19th,
so,
excuse me,
and
19th.
so in the next 5 days, I'm going to sell 10 more challenge packs in the next 5 days. Jenna?
All right. So in the next 5 days, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to sell 10 challenge packs.
Let's go!
Woo! All right, Erin, you're up.
Well, I wanted to say it's not in the next 5 days though, but this month, I am going to complete the reboot because I did not complete it last time I stopped.
Yes, girl. Yes. Everyone's thing does not have to be in the next 5 days. We're just throwing stuff out there. Erin, pick someone.
Megan.
This month I'm gonna sign up 2 more customers.
Yeah, girl.
I'm so close.
Okay, Megan, pick someone.
Cassandra.
I'm gonna get another promoter this month and stop hitting the snooze button like I'm literally still in bed listening to all you guys motivated as hell.
Girl, yes, you are about to get another promoter. Move your alarm clock, Erin said.
Yep. All right,
Pick someone.
Pick someone.
Who else? Tracy.
I am going on vacation next week, so I am going to stick with keto and rock my lives that I do out in a hotel room.
Yeah, girl.
Okay, who do we have?
I don't know who's left to go. Sorry.
Okay, Carlin. Oh, where'd she go?
Sorry, I'm new to this. I am going to add 2 promoters.
Girl, yes.
Yes. All right. Last we have
Missy, did you
Melissa.
go?
I didn't go yet. No, I'm gonna put. I'm going to sell this 10-day challenge box.
I know you are, girl.
I'm going. I'm gonna go for it.
Yes, yes, yes. And utilize the groups, guys. We have so many different outlets to work with, even if, okay, I talked about this last meeting. Don't feel like you have to be here, there, and everywhere. You pick and choose whatever works for you, but make sure you filter your people into these different places and make sure that they know that these places are available, because even if you're working full time and you can't be there 100% all the time, you have a team that is willing to show up for you. So utilize the groups, utilize the team, and we'll do the same.
I just wanted to say one more thing. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody yesterday. We all kind of started talking and realizing that our groups were kind of quiet. So everybody hopped on and created some posts. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who helped out and got our groups going again yesterday afternoon.
And that was your idea, Tracy. See, you led that. You were like, well, hey, if everyone's complaining that the groups are quiet, why don't we all go to each other's group? See? You just stepped right up and led it.
I got some good ideas, but I just got to start selling more.
Yes, well, that's okay, but that's part of it. Okay, that is part of it.
Did you drop that in the topic?
Yes, I was just going to say that. Let's go into third-party validation on one of our next meetings, because it's so, so, so important. I can actually touch on a lot of the stuff that we do in power hours, a lot of the stuff that we try and incorporate in the team, but maybe we should create some type of rotation. Just like we have the Google Docs where we can show up in different groups in different areas to kind of help those groups, we need to show up as a team for each other too. So maybe like Erin's free on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and those can be her days that she incorporates her third-party validation into all the groups that she can hit.
I love that.
Yeah, because you have to be careful with what you're posting and how often you're posting, the copy and paste things, because you don't want to get flagged. I had a dream that I got that I was put in jail and I couldn't do a live, but anyway, so maybe nightmare. So maybe somebody can go in on Mondays and Wednesdays. Maybe somebody can go in on Saturdays and Thursdays or whatever. You know what I mean? Like that way we're making sure that third-party validation is continuous, and it could be like, this is what I ate today. It could be, this is what I'm drinking. It doesn't necessarily have to be ketones. It doesn't necessarily have to be anything like that. It could be a funny meme in somebody's group, only because it's going to like curate that engagement, and then they're not gonna be like, oh, that's just one of her teammates. You know what I mean?
So maybe you could do that, Jenna, make it on a Google Doc, like your day for engagement in other groups. And all they have to do is go into the team page and go scroll down the links and just click on each person's links and just go through. So I think that that's a really, really good idea. And then Jenna, also on there, if we could do non-negotiables as a topic.
Yes, and we have that actually.
Yeah. And then like DMOs, how to follow up, things like that, because I feel like people can benefit. And again, guys, whatever topics you need, you have to tell us so that we know that that's something that you need help with. We don't care.
So I have a little list of topics. I'm a little messy with my notes, but I think DMOs and follow-ups can go together actually. So yeah, okay, we can talk about all of those things. If you guys have any more topics that maybe you're struggling with something and you need a little bit more insight or some more ideas from some of your team, let us know. We could definitely put it on the list. I'm going to create a cliff notes, send it to you guys, so that way everybody kind of knows more or less what we went over. And I'm going to do this every single meeting that we have, so that way we can like kind of reflect back, like, oh, I remember that. Sometimes if I see it in writing, then I can remember the conversation. So I think just having like, this is what we went over kind of thing, and then just saving it for ourselves.
Before I had a baby, I used to write things down, but now I have to like give him a bottle and find a sock and change his diaper and stuff like that. So I never get to write things down anymore.
That's okay. That's why you have a team.
I try to like keep it right here in the forefront.
Yeah, that's why you have a team. So I feel like I write everything down. Erin is definitely the organized person here. So she could do all the techie stuff and put it all in a computer. But so perfect. So, okay, well, I think we are done for today. Let's go ahead.
Great call, guys.
Yes, let's go ahead and slay this week. Happy Sunday, y'all. Have a great day. Have a great start to your week, and let's get it.
Bye, y'all.